It's time for the Coach's Corner Show with your host, Pat Disabato.
Hello, welcome to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. I'm your host, Pat Disabato from the Daily Southtown newspaper, and we are at the Beggar's Pizza location, 127th Street and Kedzie Avenue in Blue Island, across from the alma mater, Eisenhower High School. My cameraman, Gerard Grabowski, we live in the old baseball days at high school over at Quigley South, and coincidentally today, we're taping on Monday, start of the spring season officially for high school baseball. So all the spring sports are in full gear, a lot of tryouts going on. Good luck to all the student athletes in their respective sports in the spring season. Can't wait for a little baseball to get rolling, even though outside doesn't look like anything close to baseball season. All right, folks, I have a great show for you tonight. We have Marian Catholic baseball coach Tony DiCarlo as our guest, first-year coach, longtime assistant at Marian Catholic and St. Lawrence, and he's a proud St. Lawrence grad as well. We're going to have Tony on for 2 segments. Then we're going to dissect the high school boys basketball playoffs, and we're going to divulge our preseason baseball top 10 list. Okay, folks? All right, go to beggarspizza.com. Join up on the Big Cheese program. Plenty of specials, some beggar swag to be had. A lot of good stuff at beggarspizza.com. Okay, folks, we come back. Marian Catholic baseball coach Tony DiCarlo will be our guest. Stay tuned.
We came up with a bunch of clever commercial ideas to entice you into trying Beggar's Pizza. We decided to let the food speak for itself.
I'm a pepperoni sausage, green peppers and onions. Don't forget the extra cheese, large pizza. Oh, by the way, I also make house calls. Beggar's Pizza. We lay it on thick.
At Standard Bank, we help our neighbors make tomorrow brighter. Families count on us for personal service and banking convenience. Business owners find smart solutions and the resources to capitalize on new opportunities. It's one thing to locate in a community, quite another to invest in it. That's what we do at Standard Bank. We're people you know, services that make your life easier, and financial strength you can count on. We're Standard Bank, in your neighborhood.
Having surgery or dealing with some type of nagging pain that limits your function? Then get to Athletics. We offer treatment for all types of orthopedic injuries, work-related injuries, and sports injuries. Therapists with over 20 years of experience provide treatment that is efficient and effective. Our 2,000 square foot clinics offer state-of-the-art equipment from HydroTrack, Blankenship, and Biodex. If your doctor suggests physical therapy, then you suggest Athletics, where every patient is treated like a champion.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. All right, our guest, Marian Catholic baseball coach Tony DiCarlo. Tony, thanks for coming on board, my man.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
And we're also joined by this deep dish pizza. You okay with that?
Yeah, absolutely. Love it.
All right, and you know what? It's a beautiful thing when you have a fellow Italian on. So the show always looks a little bit better when you have a second Italian on the show. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it, of course.
All right, Tone. First year on board as a baseball coach at Marian Catholic. What's it been like preparing for this inaugural season of the Tony DiCarlo era here at Marian, man?
It's been challenging. A lot of things to take care of in regards to making sure that we do the right things at Marian Catholic, but it's been fun. Just blessed to have the opportunity to be here at Marian Catholic and build a tradition up and go forward with it.
Yep. Every coach has aspirations of seeing things and things they want to get done, put the stamp on their program, so to say. What would you like to see happen? I don't know about initially, but within the first few couple years to put your stamp kind of on this program.
I think obviously you always want to win, obviously, and start there. And I think the biggest thing for me in this upcoming season was to really build that incoming freshman class. I was dealt the hand that I have now and couldn't ask for a better group of kids from a varsity standpoint. But really building that freshman class up to obviously succeed down in the future was something that was very, very important to me, and obviously the Marian program. So really want to make sure that was important. I think we did a good job, and hopefully that continues to show.
Yep. In terms of this incoming class, in the fall, what's it been like trying to convince these kids, some of the top junior high prospects, to come to Marian and be a part of this I don't want to say rebuilding, because, in 2012, Marian won the 3A state championship. I know it's fallen off a little bit here in the last couple of years, but what's it been like to try and get these kids to be a part of this, man?
Well, it's tough. Obviously, in today's economy, attracting any kid to a Catholic school is difficult. But, coming from St. Lawrence, where I was coaching for a little bit and competing in the Chicago Catholic League and knowing how tough of a battle it is, we strive, we really pride on a few things at Marian Catholic. Obviously, the first being our education and our faith, and really letting those kids know that the athletics come secondary.
Yep. Student athlete.
Absolutely, you got that right. So I think we have a great program, Marian Catholic, in regards to our academics and our faith, in regards to, obviously, as you mentioned, when it comes to the athletic side of it, we just came off a state championship, again, 3 years ago, but something to really preach to those kids that we're going to get back to that point.
Yep, absolutely, man. When you look at a prospect, an 8th grader, and, obviously, these kids are getting recruited by multiple schools. It's not generally one school, as much as make it your job a lot easier to be the only guy in town. But what do you tell these kids and believe that, hey, Marian can offer you this, what these programs can't?
Well, I think it comes down to, in regards to what you're going to get at the next level. How are you going to succeed in regards to not only athletic abilities, but down the road? What is Marian going to offer? And I think through the different numbers that we talk about from an academic standpoint, ACT-wise, and saying Marian Catholic, we're on 72 acres of land, we have phenomenal facilities, and a lot of great things to offer from that aspect, that we're going to really gel you into the person that you should be. If it doesn't work out athletically, we're going to make sure that you are, successful in whatever phase life might challenge you in.
Yep. So what has you most excited about this?
I think just getting the opportunity, as I mentioned before, coming from a different institution and just given the opportunity to do this, I couldn't be more appreciative. I didn't know how to take the challenge, but just with open arms, and really looking forward to this opportunity to really get going and make the best of it.
All right. So what do you think, besides talent, what do you think needs to happen to transform this program into a perennial power, where year in, year out, you guys are going to, compete in the East Suburban Catholic, which, you got Joliet Catholic, and you've got some tough teams. So what needs to happen for that to occur on a consistent basis, Tony?
Just build a good pipeline. I think it can't just be one great recruiting class. I think it's got to be continuous on a year-to-year basis. Every year we're going to continue to do that. I think the one thing that we need to establish right now in our varsity program right now is leadership. We need to find a true leader. I think it's where we struggle, and we're a very, very young team. And as long as we can get on that leadership role, I think we'll be fine. I know, talking to the kids throughout the off season, I think one of the biggest things is we're all in to get this together. We got to be on a team effort. Everybody's got to be on board, or it's not going to work out.
Yep. Yeah. It's you got to have everybody pulling the rope same direction, right?
Without a doubt.
That's the key. All right, let's go to a Lisa Thomas Salon timeout real quick. Jump on LisaThomasSalon.com. Plenty of specials to be had. You got the $27 haircuts for the girls, $17 haircuts for the boys. Just flash your high school ID, and you're good to go. All right, we come back. More with Marian Catholic coach Tony DiCarlo. Stay tuned.
You can only make one first impression, so make sure it's a good one with the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club, where it's fun and affordable to get the latest trends. Girls, head to the salon and get pampered for only $27. Guys, get the cut and style you've always wanted for only $17. Or try out our other salon services. It's time to get noticed, only at Lisa Thomas Salon. Your style, perfect style.
If you're looking for delicious barbecue in the Southland, no one does it better than Bona Pit Grill and Smokehouse in Palos Heights. Stop in and try our mouth-watering ribs, tender piled-high pulled pork sandwich with homemade chips, or a perfecta combo in our year-round indoor-outdoor patio. Having a special get-together, Bona Pit offers a party room for up to 100 people. Want to watch the big game? Fans can do so on one of our many flat-screen TVs and enjoy $10 domestic bucket specials every Sunday. Bona Pit Grill and Smokehouse in Palos Heights. No one does barbecue better. All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. Little deep dish action, sausage and cheese. In honor of having an Italian guest, I had to go with a nice deep dish, right? Right, Tom?
Awesome, yeah.
Awesome.
It's tempting staring at it.
Absolutely. We've done our best not to grab a piece and, knock it down between takes here. But, all right, Tone, you're a Mount Greenwood, Beverly guy, graduated from St. Lawrence in 2001. And you know, that Beverly, Mount Greenwood area, you've got the Rices, the Maris, the Ritas, Carmels, all in that area. What do you have to do to try and get some of those kids to Marian? Because it really isn't that long of a drive, man. It's probably about a 25-minute drive tops.
Yeah, you probably hit it right on the head in regards to that, and I think you're so right in regards to everybody just considering the Catholic schools in regards to the Mount Greenwood Beverly area. But obviously, an area we're trying to get into a little bit, and maybe as you mentioned, 25 minutes down Cadzir West or Western South. And it's not bad. So I'm going to get back into the area here and obviously recruit and, you know, put my nose in the neighborhood and hopefully get some roots back and make some connections in there to attract those great student athletes from this area down south a little bit.
Yeah, and the one thing with you being able to do this when you're out talking to kids is you're a product of the Catholic, you know, institution. So it's not like you're trying to sell these kids, you know, a bill of goods. You believe in a Catholic education, right?
Absolutely, and that's one of the biggest things that we do preach at Marian Catholic, as we just mentioned earlier, is obviously academics and faith, and then the athletics come after that. Coming from obviously strong Catholic ties, I did my entire life, went through Catholic education, and being from the Mount Greenwood Beverly area and knowing how important that is to families, you know, it's something we want to preach at Marian Catholic, and you know, let them know our beliefs down there on the south side of the suburbs.
Absolutely. Okay, so you've been out of high school for 14 years. Hard to believe, huh?
Yeah, right? Thanks for reminding me.
Hey, you don't even want to go with where I'm at, okay? 14 years is dropping a bucket compared to me, but what's the difference that you see from student athletes when you were a senior to kids nowadays?
I think the preparation in regards to a daily activity, I mean, the training that kids go through, I mean, they're going from basketball and then they're going right to baseball and they go right into football or whatever sport they may play. It's just constant.
Yep.
And they're always training to make themselves better. And I know a lot of people start saying, well, maybe I'll just focus on one sport. And we don't preach at Marian Catholic. We want you to get involved in as many things as possible, just to make sure that they're getting the right workout and they're getting some type of workout if they're playing some type of activity.
Yeah, it's good for the school. It's good to share the athletes too. You
Yeah,
know, and
without a doubt.
It's good for the kids to work other, you know, muscle memory and physically. It's good, and it's good to get away from each other for a little while. Right? let another coach deal with them, and same with the players, man. Right?
Of course.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
It's great.
All right, so you talked about this year's team a little bit, being a little bit young. What are your expectations going into this season?
Obviously, we have some goals in mind. One being the East Suburban Catholic League. You noted to it a little bit earlier how tough that conference is, and this is my third year in the conference, and I guess I'm shocked how difficult it is on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Week in, week out, the competition, whether you're talking about Joliet Catholic or Bennett or Nazareth or Carmel or Marist, all great competition. It really builds us for the postseason. So we want to obviously compete, and hopefully, obviously, the goal is to win the East Suburban Catholic League. And as anybody is, you never know with baseball, you know, if you're going to run into a number one pitcher or number two throughout the postseason. So we want to compete from game to game, game to game, and obviously, you know, get back to that, you know, state championship opportunity.
And when you got a JCA and you got to go against the D'Alessandro kid and then Fellows back to back, that's pretty rough, man. Those two guys are special.
Yeah, 1-2 like those guys, you know, you kind of look forward to see what game plan you're going to do against those guys. But that's a tough task to accomplish, without a doubt.
Those guys are tough, man.
Yes, they are.
So where do you see this team's strengths being, and I don't want to say a weakness, but areas that you need to work on beyond the leadership situation?
Sure, absolutely. You know, in regards to some of the strengths that we do have is our camaraderie is great. We really are a true team. We're very, very young. We have the opportunity to possibly start 4 sophomores on the varsity level this year. But we need, as you mentioned before, to get some type of leadership. So that's a big weakness that we need to do. But we're going to have to play small ball. Yeah. We're going to have to bunt the baseball. We're going to have to be fast on the base pass. We're going to have to be great defensively. We're not going to overpower anybody. We're not going to have that, you know, overpowering pitcher. We're not going to hit 40 home runs.
Right.
You know? We're going to have to play small ball and get the bunts downs, do hit and runs, and do the small things right to compete on a daily basis.
Yeah, manufacture some things.
Absolutely.
Okay. So goal-wise, East Suburban Catholic Conference, you have to, man, right? I mean, you have to shoot high with these kids, don't you?
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, and again, coming from the Chicago Catholic League, you know, I know how tough it was on a daily basis to compete in that, and it's just as competitive, if not more competitive, in my opinion, in the East Suburban. So to really get those kids' mindset to set goals for themselves, and it's a grinding sport, it's a grueling sport.
Yeah.
You know, if you strike out, you know, you got to be able to bounce right back on a daily basis and play on a Monday and come back on a Wednesday, get some practice in, and make sure that we're ready to go every single pitch, every single at bat.
Yep. Now, your father, Bob, long time coach in the Catholic League, man, I'm sure he's had a big influence on you And you coached under Pete Lotus over at St. Lawrence for a lot of years, man. And look what Pete's done for that program. Think of St. Lawrence without this baseball program. Pete has done a tremendous job. So, talk about some of the influences your father and anyone else that has coached you, man.
I get the chills when you talk about it because they're obviously a huge influence on my life. Obviously, I come from a family on the south side in Mount Greenwood area. My mother was a Catholic school teacher. My father, obviously, as well. And my dad, I remember waking up in the morning and waking up at 5:30 in the morning and going to Saturday games when we used to play football on Saturday games. Obviously, he's coaching football. But a tremendous influence on my life being my father in regards to what I am doing. I do what I love. And I thank my wife for giving me the opportunity to be a Catholic school teacher and do what I really enjoy doing on a daily basis. And you talk about Pete and Adam, and I remember going back to St. Lawrence right out of college, and I didn't know if I wanted to coach baseball, and look where I am now. I couldn't be more comfortable in the position I am from what they taught me. In my true opinion, the best area coach at a high school level being Pete Lotus, and what Adam does with that program, as you talked about turning it around, and everything I know and implement right now is from those guys. They're just great influences on my life. So yeah, both people you had mentioned, just tremendous influences towards me.
But when Marian Catholic plays St. Lawrence, that's what our friendship ends.
Yeah,
Respect,
done.
but you got to beat them.
Absolutely,
right?
without a doubt. I know how competitive a person he is, and I think he's instilled that in me a little bit. So all ties are, all bets are off once we compete against one another.
Absolutely, man. So these 8th graders now, you got incoming class. You had registration the other day. How excited are you about this incoming freshman class in the fall?
Extremely excited. That was probably one of my biggest goals once that I was named and given the opportunity to coach at Marian Catholic is I know I got to build that program up, so I'm going to start with the incoming freshman class. We're able to get a couple key players in regards to registration and coming in registration the other day. From the Jackie Robinson program, from the White Sox program, from the Rangers program out of the Midwest, a lot of Southside guys, and just need to get into a few more areas and really build that program up.
Yep. And one thing you want to guard against, so you don't want to over-recruit because, you got to deal with kids who are unhappy, and then you got some parents who are unhappy, and that kind of makes your life a little miserable at times, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you want to make sure you cover all your ends there.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Well, Tony, I'm excited for Marian Catholic baseball. I think you're going to do great things over there. You got a great support system, and you got some great facilities, man. I mean, it's you got to be really excited.
I am. There's a lot of upside to the position that I'm in right now, and I can't be more excited for the season to start, bearing any weather here, and we'll get going here and get going with the dynasty.
Do you know when the HF game is? Is that a night game this year?
It is a night game.
Believe
me, it's highlighted on the calendar. Yeah, it's a Friday night at HF, and I'm sure they're going to be gunning for us as we're gunning for them. It's a great rivalry, and something that I was introduced to very quickly when I was over at Marian Catholic. But it's fun. Great south suburb, rivalry.
That's the one I circle, man. I don't miss that one. Friday night, that's neighborhood. You know what I mean?
It'll be a good one.
That's awesome stuff. Okay. All right, Tone. Thanks a lot, okay,
Thanks
man?
for giving me the opportunity. I appreciate it.
You got it. Good luck this season, okay?
Thank you, sir.
All right, guys, we are going to go to an athletics timeout. Right, Gerard? Athletics, okay. We come back. We got a lot of fun things planned. Players of the week, coach of the week. I'm going to dissect some boys basketball playoffs. Stay tuned.
Having surgery or dealing with some type of nagging pain that limits your function? Then get to Athletics. We offer treatment for all types of orthopedic injuries, work-related injuries, and sports injuries. Therapists with over 20 years of experience provide treatment that is efficient and effective. Our 2,000 square foot clinics offer state-of-the-art equipment from HydroTrack, Blankenship, and Biodex. If your doctor suggests physical therapy, then you suggest Athletics, where every patient is treated like a champion.
We came up with a bunch of clever commercial ideas to entice you into trying Beggar's Pizza. We decided to let the food speak for itself.
I'm a half sausage for you and your husband and a half just cheese for the kids, who never seem to stop moving. Go ahead and take the night off, Mom. I got you covered. Beggar's Pizza. We lay it on thick.
Since 1970, Standard Bank & Trust has been a landmark at the corner of 95th and Western. Now there's a new, state-of-the-art Standard Bank at the same convenient location and better equipped to serve your needs. So stop by and meet our friendly professional staff. They provide personalized service and a wide range of products to help both businesses and individuals reach their financial goals. In the Evergreen Park area and in communities all over Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana, we're your neighborhood bank. Learn more at standardbanks.com. Member FDIC.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. Remember, folks, this beautiful deep dish, compliments of Beggar's Pizza. Unfortunately, you can't get one of these at the cell. Only thin crust pizza at Beggar's Pizza at the cell when you're partaking in a White Sox game this summer. You have to come to Beggar's Pizza, 22 locations, to grab yourself a slice of the old deep dish, which we're going to knock down in a little bit. All right, folks, Standard Bank textbook question of the week. Here we go. Which college is Marian Catholic graduate Brett Lillick, who led the Spartans to the 2012 Class 3 Baseball State Championship, currently attending? All right, Brett Lillick. Text A for Illinois, B for Louisville, C for Arizona State. Text your answer, A, B, or C, to 708-365-8501. Texter number 4 with the correct response wins a $50 gift card, compliments of Standard Bank. All right, folks, boys basketball playoffs, Class 3 and 4A, are in full swing. Many of them kicked off on Monday and Tuesday. I'll tell you, I'll be stunned if we don't get a team down in 3A or 4A. 2A, which is already in the sectional competition, I like Hales to get down state and win state. They're an outstanding team. But Eisenhower sectional in Class 4A, my predictions, let's have some fun here. I predict Thornwood, Homewood Flossmoor, Simeon, and St. Rita will win regional titles that lead into the Eisenhower sectional. Who will win the Eisenhower sectional, or who will at least advance to the Eisenhower sectional championship? I see Simeon and St. Rita going head-to-head on that Friday for the sectional championship, and I'm going to take the Wolverines. Sorry, St. Rita fans, the Wolverines are just an exceptional team, loaded. So I've got Simeon over St. Rita for the Eisenhower sectional championship, and the Bolingbrook sectional. Regional champions there, I'm going with Bolingbrook, Plainfield North, Providence, my sleeper, and Neuqua Valley. Sectional champion, I got a feeling it's going to be Providence against Bolingbrook, and when it all is said and done, I'm going with the team that is playing the best right now in that sectional. And I know Bolingbrook has been on a great run, but I'm taking Providence Catholic to win that Bolingbrook sectional. Quite a task to beat the home team, but they're going to do it, the Celtics. All right, the Julian, let's go to the Julian sectional. What I see happening there, 3A sectional. Regional champions King, Morgan Park, the defending two-time 3A state champions, Hyde Park and Bogan. Sectional championship, I see Bogan and Morgan Park, quite a rivalry those two have. I'm going to take Bogan and knock off the two-time defending state champions in that sectional. Going to be a great game, though. That is going to be one for the books. All right, the Labriola Bakery Cafe Golden Baguette Player of the Week. Let's hook up Stag guard Jeff Gorel. Scored 19 points to lead the Chargers to a 59-57 win over Joliet West. Hooked Jeff up with a nice $25 gift card, compliments of Labriola Bakery Cafe in Oak Brook and on Michigan Avenue in Chicago. The Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club Player of the Week. Homewood Flossmoor girls basketball player Faith Suggs scored 19 points, pulled down 9 rebounds to lead the Vikings to the victory. And the Vikings are playing great ball, currently in the sectionals. We're going to hook her up, though, with a nice goodie bag, compliments of Lisa Thomas Salon and locations in Tinley Park and Orland Park. You know, a little product, gift card, little swag from Lisa Thomas Salon will be all good. Faith is definitely deserving. The Bona Pit Grill and Smokehouse Coach of the Week. Crete Monique coach Tom Capel rallied the Warriors, who were hovering around 500, won 8 straight games, and garnered a share of the Southland Conference Championship. So nice job by Tom Capel, who won like 19 conference championships in like 24, 25 years at Hillcrest. Team just gelled at the proper time. And we're going to hook up Tom with a $25 gift card, compliments of Bona Pit Grill and Smokehouse in Palos Heights, where we'll be taping next Monday at Bona Pit Grill and Smokehouse, 122nd in Harlem. in Palos Heights. Best barbecue on the south side. Okay, folks, we are going to go to a Labriola Bakery Cafe timeout. When we return, high and tight. Stay tuned.
Looking for a unique dining experience with incredible food? Then check out Labriola Bakery Cafe. Opened by Rich Labriola, Chicago's premier artisan baker, you know they'll have great bread, but you won't believe the rest of their menu. Wood-fired Neapolitan pizzas, fresh pasta, and their world-famous Richie Burger. There's also homemade gelato and, of course, their famous bread. Labriola Bakery Cafe and Neapolitan Pizzeria, conveniently located in the Oak Brook Promenade.
You can only make one first impression, so make sure it's a good one with the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club, where it's fun and affordable to get the latest trends. Girls, head to the salon and get pampered for only $27. Guys, get the cut and style you've always wanted for only $17. Or try out our other salon services. It's time to get noticed, only at Lisa Thomas Salon. Your style, perfect style.
If you're in the mood for some of the finest barbecue in the Southland, then Bona Pit Grill and Smokehouse in Palos Heights is a place for you and your family. Whether it's ribs, chicken, brisket, pulled pork, or any other barbecue favorites, Bona Pit serves up a flavor explosion in a championship form. We also offer steaks, seafood, sandwiches, a mouth-watering nachos platter, and salads in a casual atmosphere, with the option of either dining inside or on our heated patio. Watch the big game in our full-service bar, or call ahead for pickup. Bona Pit in Palos Heights. All right, folks, high and tight time. I remember early in the season, people talking about Tom Capel, Crete Moniz, boys basketball coach, oh, he's too old, time to give it up. Also heard people criticizing Eisenhower coach Mike Curta and the Grinnell system of full court pressure defense, launching the threes on offense. But look at, hey, end of the season, who are the conference champions? Southland Conference champion, Crete Moniz. South Suburban Red Conference champion, Eisenhower. So kudos to Tom Capel, Mike Curta, who was a guest on this show, for winning conference, man, and sticking to their beliefs and getting these kids to believe in themselves and believe in the system. And, hey, conference champion, they can't take that away from you no matter what happens in the postseason. So congratulations to both those guys and the players on those respective teams. Primarily, too, to my alma mater, Eisenhower. Always good to see the Cardinals winning a conference championship. So congratulations to those guys. All right, folks. Hope you enjoyed the show. Have a great, great week. We'll see you next week. Have a good one.